Welcome back, everyone. I'm pretty sure everyone knows by now that typically there are some cool things and there's some weird things with iPhones. But one thing that was also always very interesting to me that I always looked at was what were everyone's favorite web browsers that they used on their, at that time, Android phones, but now iPhones. And I kind of summed up my favorite web browsers that I've used on iPhones, and ultimately, I'll tell you which one I use the most right now. And I've been using this one for many, many years now. Now, the main ones that I kind of summed up that everyone uses, which is not going to be a shock to anybody, is Firefox, Chrome, and Safari. Now, with these specific, web browsers, these are the most popular ones that I could find. I think there may be some other ones, but these were the ones that everyone uses. Now, with ones like Firefox, and I just re-downloaded these, so it may tell me to go and do all this other stuff. But one thing that I liked about Firefox was the privacy aspect of this specific web browser. And one thing that everyone talks about with this specific app is literally how much privacy there is. And, Mozilla actually takes a lot of pride in that kind of thing. And this literally sounds like a brand deal, which is so funny. But really, whenever I use this, and I used to use this on a desktop as well, whenever I used it, I really like the fluidity of it. I like the simplicity of it. And they really have made some major updates. I remember the last time I used it, or the last two times I used it, it really wasn't that great of an experience, if I'm being honest. But this one actually has a lot of capability behind it too. And like I said before, the capability with the security aspect is really, really awesome. Now, one thing I really like about it is that you do have themes within this. Now, as you can see, there's only one, but I've seen other people use different ones as well. And within iOS 14, you can actually set this as your default browser if you want to. Now, in this case, I probably won't do it, but there's a lot of different capability behind this here too. Now, obviously, I would always recommend kind of turning these things off if you want to. And another huge thing, just like you can on Chrome and Safari, you can actually go ahead and sync up basically everything that's going on with this web browser to your other web browsers too if you sign up with your account. So that's another huge thing. Whatever you do on your phone isn't necessarily just stays here. It can also go on your desktop, your, PC, your Mac, whatever else device or your tablet that has, Mozilla Firefox on it. It pretty much does the same thing. So this was one of the major ones, and these will all be linked down below. This is a very popular one as well. But the next one, in my opinion, is probably, I think, one of the more popular ones. I think it's number two next to Safari, and that's obviously Google Chrome. Now, I had to re-download it here too. Now, one thing that I've always liked about Chrome is the amount of features that this specific browser has built in. And whenever I switch back to another browser, I always feel like I'm missing out on something that I could, or I was able to do on Chrome. And one thing that I love about Chrome, and honestly using a third-party browser in general, is honestly the updates. Whenever there's an update to Chrome or anything, I don't have to wait for the next software update or anything. I just basically update it through the App Store. Unfortunately, a lot of Apple's apps are on the App Store, which is cool, but unfortunately, a lot of them aren't on the App Store. And Safari is one of those ones that doesn't get updates through the App Store, which is very annoying. I wish that wasn't the case. Just like how Chrome, we are able to get updates. And I will tell you, there's a lot more features in this specific browser, I think, than Firefox and Safari. And that's something that's really, really awesome. So at the end of the day, security is still here. I mean, it's made by Google, so, take that however you will. I know a lot of people feel a certain way about it, but there's a lot of other, capability behind this specific app as well. And just like Google Chrome and Safari and Chrome and Firefox, you have the ability of syncing up everything that you do on this specific browser to pretty much all other devices too that have Google Chrome. So saved passwords, saved whatever, you have the capability of doing so on these specific browsers, which is really cool. So this one is Google Chrome. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about it. Now this is the last one, Safari. I'm pretty sure everyone knows about it too. And this is the web browser that I use every single day. I love it a lot. There's a lot of good things about it, and there's a lot of bad things about it too that I already mentioned in this video. But from day to day, I find Safari to be the one that works the best for me. It's not perfect. It has a lot of problems. I don't feel like there's a lot of features within this browser. It's very bare bones, but I think at the end of the day, that may be another feature for it as well. It comes stock with every single iPhone, and I like it a lot. With iOS 14, like I stated now, you have the ability of actually going ahead and, disabling Safari and using a different web browser if you want to. But in that case, I don't know if that's always the best thing to do. I think in this specific situation, actually, maintaining Safari would probably be a good thing. I like Safari a lot. It is the web browser that I use. It's very fast. I've used Chrome. I've used many other web browsers before too. But like I said before, this one just seems to me that it's always the best, most fluid one. And one thing I really do like about Safari is that if you're somebody who likes to install a bunch of tweaked apps and emulators and stuff, Safari is typically the browser that we use to go ahead and install those IPAs. So that's another really big thing as well. So Safari, like I said, is the web browser that I use every day. It's one that I love. but I do typically use Chrome and Firefox. I don't even use Firefox that much, but I do have Chrome on my, phone, my personal one. This is not my personal one, but on my personal device, I do use Chrome sometimes if I'm like doing something, but that's very, very rare. Like I very use Chrome. I use Safari pretty much every single time that I actually use it. That's what I keep on my dock typically. But I know a lot of people who use Chrome too, and I think that's perfectly fine as well. But those are typically some of the more popular web browsers that you have on your specific iPhone if you want to go and choose it. And again, these will be linked down below, but that's really pretty much it. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section as well. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my other channels. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.